take a simple offense.
Yeah.
Because we coming together, we assembling is a nice thing. So nothing has to come up nicer.
Of course. Okay, so let's maybe have some quick introductions because I think nobody is in a common group. I am connected with you separately, but why not? Let's start with Devang.
So, as Yogesh mentioned, my name is Devan. Um, I recently moved to Pune, and I am from the software development background. Currently working with KPIT. And as if I talk about my hobby, I am a Reiki healing master, and I like to meditate, but somehow I'm not able to spend time. Maybe it could be a hectic work culture or the priority, but love to do that thing. That's it from my side.
Thank you, Devang.
Lovely,
Raj.
lovely.
Okay, first of all, good morning, good evening, wherever you are based. I am Rajaram Jizurkar, but you can call me Raj to keep it simple. I'm based in US. Again, similar background, IT in the rat race, Aridam, as you said. They want software development background, right? And again, like management with yoga, you and Uma, right? You are. So I think that's pretty much the background I have. Okay, so that's basically the worldly set of aspects, right? I've been connected with Yogesh for a good 3, 4 years now, even more maybe. Did Zen counseling with him. Then we started with the big picture dialogue sites. I had quite a few sessions. It was fairly revealing. So basically, understanding things beyond the black and white, what we see, right, in the worldly things. So I think that's what my interest is, and happy to be here.
Thank you, Raj.
Um,
Yeah,
Yogesh,
Arindam.
sorry, I'll just add.
Yeah.
Um, all the participants are somehow mentioning how they met you, how they are linked with you. So I take this opportunity to uh, enumerate them, to inform them about how I met you. I mean, our meeting, I believe, is one of the most interesting one ever. For uh, all the joinees, it was one fine day. I was walking into a mall, looking for recharge of my phone, and here was Yogesh, who was sitting in a chair. Uh, and suddenly he came up to me and said, "Okay, you can get yourself your phone charged." And that's how we got introduced. And here we are. I mean, there have been a lot of ups and downs in the relationship. I mean, not between me and Yogesh, but the course of life has taken through lots of ups and downs. But we have stuck together. And Yogesh happens to be, at least to me, happens to be one of my dearest and closest. I would not use the word friend, but I would use the word. I cannot define Yogesh. I mean, someone who understands me, someone who tries to understand me. Um, to me, Yogesh is not only a friend; he's beyond. So that's it. That's it. That's it. That's the way it is. Okay.
I'm so happy to get so
Sorry.
much love from all of you today.
No, no, no. I fact. And that's a fact. I mean,
All right.
he
Thank
has
you so
been
much.
through thick and thin of me.
I am very happy to see that even Ujjwala has joined. So today we have really good participation. So let's move on. Uma, will you give your introduction to everyone?
Yeah, sure. Do you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, so nice to meet you, Yogesh, after a long time, and everyone. This quick intro about me. So my full name is Uma Maheshwari. I worked with Yogesh for a few years. I don't know how many years, but in 2005 to sometime. So I used to follow Yogesh in the Facebook. I used to see these postings about them and stories like that. So I was inspired by that, and I started following. So that's how I registered for the session. Uh, Today here I am. So I'm excited to meet you all and listen. Spiritually, I'm connected in the sense past, I would say starting from 2015, I started practicing yoga. Associated with Isha. But so anything spiritual, I'm interested and keenly watch and listen. But as a person, I knew Yogesh. He may not remember me, but I definitely I used to um, eh, the way the person he is, calm and composed. Used to even in pressure situations, I've just noticed how he's handling and all. He inspired me even long before. He might not be knowing about me much, but I used to I used to admire the way he handled situations. So that's how I started following him in Facebook. So um, I have moved recently from US to here. We have been there for past 12 years. After 12 years, so now here we settled in Coimbatore, thinking about our children's future. I have two boys, one in first year college and second one in eighth grade. So we didn't want them to be stuck in the culture, way away from our roots. So we just plan to relocate. So now right now we're going to. So yeah, I'm not into any corporates. So I took a break. We are into organic farming. Just we're spending time and me and my husband. So this is my quick introduction. Thank you. Looking forward to
Thank-
this session. So
Nice.
yeah,
Nice, Uma. Thank you so much. In the US, where were you?
in Chicago,
Chicago.
suburbs
Okay.
of Chicago. Yeah, the all of the 12 years we've been there only.
Mhm. Okay, good. Welcome back to India. Now you're very
And I
close
was
to home.
also working in three companies, and yeah, so last company that I worked was Walgreens. So very quick as a full-time employee. Just for 2, 3 months I worked, and then we decided to move back here. So before that, I was working in the healthcare industry, technology divisions. So yeah.
That's right. So Uma
Very
stays
courageous
very.
decision, Uma. You are very, I said, very courageous decision to return back after 12 years. I mean, I might connect with you because
Yeah.
I'm still in the US, but
Yeah.
still
So
considering and looking for.
especially those very difficult decisions, but we were mentally prepared for it long before. So we at least before my son gets into the high school, the second one we wanted to move back. But my older son he moved back 3 years before us. We put him in Isha home school, residential school in Coimbatore. So he was okay, and he actually liked India way more than the other cultures, the US culture. So that way, it was a little easy for us to move back. The second one is taking a little time to settle down, but he's also feeling happy after getting into Indian schools here. So, so
Glad to
leaving
know.
two jobs at the same time, yeah, I understand it's a difficult decision. Before it becomes too late, so we thought we will move back.
Difficult but
No,
courageous.
nice, Uma. Nice hearing about your life. Nice. Always remember one
Yeah,
thing:
thank you.
courage and listening to your heart was always the right way. Maybe the time differs, it always goes the right.
Yes. And you can maybe adjust because India, you have grown up, but your children, they may need some more time to get adjusted. So that was probably good of them to agree to come to India.
Yeah. Yeah, they are really happy now, actually. The younger
Good.
one doesn't agree. He still holds to that, like you just, I lost my future potential of getting into US colleges and all. He was just cribbing about it. But we know that inside he's feeling happy. He's like much more happy person here, getting a lot of friends, and he's one of the stars in his classroom. So he likes it, but doesn't want to agree. So yeah, the older
Good.
one for sure. He's doing really well. Here he's into PhD, Arts and Science College. First year software systems, so 5 year integrated course. So he's really good after moving, and especially after we just after 3 years we all in the family now, so he's liking it a lot.
Good. 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 Thank you, Uma. Welcome. Let me move
Yeah,
on
thank
to
you.
Ujjwala. Are you there, Ujjwala? Ah.
Yeah, hi. Nice
Hi,
to see you.
welcome.
I Yeah, actually, I randomly joined. I am audible because I have no earphones and nothing. I am at the swimming pool. I have brought my kids over here,
Okay, okay.
Hi,
and
Ujwala.
since
Yes, you're
yeah,
audible.
I am audible. Yeah, fine. Because when I was trying to listen, I had to take my phone to my ear so that I can hear you. Uh, so I don't know. I joined in between, so it's just about the introduction or something.
Just introductions. It's your turn to introduce yourself.
Yeah. Myself, Dr. Ujwala Datarkar. I'm dentist and I'm practicing in Nagpur since 25 years. And what else should I tell?
So Ujjwala and I, we are neighbors in Nagpur. So
Yeah, we
our
were
houses
neighbors
are also
long time.
neighbors, neighboring houses.
A long back. Yeah.
So we have
I
known
was
each
watching
other.
you on the Facebook. I was watching you on the Facebook, and that's how I got interested related to what exactly is the Zen counseling and all. I really don't know what's there inside, but I like the few stories which you have narrated on Facebook.
Okay.
So that's how I was just curious what's going on there. So abruptly I joined in.
That's great. Curiosity is good. It's a very good quality which we are losing nowadays. We are no longer curious.
Yeah.
So being curious is very
And
important.
last few days, I am also trying to. I am attached with some spiritual institutes, and it was something related to meditation. So I thought, so let's see.
Sure, sure.
Let's see.
All right. So good. With your permission, I will also introduce myself, although all of you know me from different perspectives. But people change over the years. Uma might know me as some QA person who was head of QA that time. So things have changed. So I worked for almost 25 years in corporates. So after first Apex, I quit, I joined some other companies and so on. But eventually, from the beginning, I never wanted to work in the sense of just going to office and making money was not so exciting proposition because I did not see any meaning in it. You are just doing some stupid things, not of my own interest also. And my interest was more on understanding people and understanding myself and trying to know how the world works, what is reality all about, and things like that, which, in the office, nobody cares. And even outside office, nobody cares. So this kind of a search is a very private search. Everybody engages in it in a private fashion. So when everybody has gone to sleep, I will take out my book and I will start reading, trying to understand what's happening. Or when everybody is busy doing something, or I am at my gym or driving the car, I will put on some headphone and listen to some Osho or Sadhguru or something, trying to make sense of what's going on. Should I understand life in some different way? How should I understand it? Why things are happening to me? Or, so many questions are there, but we don't get any opportunity, any space to discuss this with anyone. Because when we start to discuss it, other people just shrug it off. Hey, this is not important, they say. They say first, focus on your career, focus on your family. That is more important. And then when you get time, maybe when you become old, that time you may indulge in spirituality, or that time you may start reading something about it. This is what, in general, the people have a mindset or attitude. But I don't feel that is so. I feel that without understanding the big picture, you will not be able to live a good life. Without understanding what is reality and how it works, you will at best struggle, and you will only end up suffering all kinds of stupid things, which is not required. So very, very important that first you must understand how things work and then live your life. It is far, far better experience. Very, very different. Okay, so this is um, my proposition. You may agree, you may not agree, because we all have different experiences. But I feel very strongly about it. I care about it. So now I have decided to kind of devote full time to helping people see what makes sense, what really is important. Okay, so this is where I am coming from. Okay, and I think Raj has experienced some of the ideas that I want to share. And this platform, this Thursday open time, is for people to come in and learn from each other and share their experiences, and in the process, make your life more meaningful, more better, in the real sense, in the deeper sense, rather than in the superficial sense of just getting more money or possessions or all that. That is quite superficial. But in the deeper sense, let's try to make our lives more meaningful. That's the objective. Okay, so that was the context from where I am coming. Maybe today's topic was more on meditation in daily life. And like Devang said at the beginning, that he does some meditation, but after some time it doesn't, during the day, it doesn't give access to that benefit. Maybe in that 15 minutes when you do the meditation, it feels so nice. But during the day, when you're caught up in your projects, when you're caught up in your family issues and all that, then you don't have that meditative state of mind. I feel that's a reality. That's what we all experience. So, can I ask each one of you to share how has been your meditation experience? What kind of meditation you practice? And do you have any difficulties? What kind of challenges you face? And what is your objective? Why you even meditate?
Shall I start with myself?
Yes.
So, I is it echo sound or?
We cannot see you, but we can hear you. I can hear you though.
Am I audible now?
Same here, audible, audible,
Okay,
audible.
okay, fair enough. So I have been practicing meditation since long, maybe from 1999. Sometime I used to visit Ramakrishna Ashram at Rajkot. Over there, I tried to sit ideal just to feel that if there is a state where there is no thoughts in my mind, I struggle a lot, tried a lot, but could not meditate. Then after some time, when I learned Reiki from Prakash Bhai Tipre, he is a yoga guru, and he had arranged one shibir for us. And over there, first time I had feel that yes, we can reach to that state where we do not have any thoughts in our mind. And then sometimes I try to reach to that level, but sometimes fail to do that. That's my experience on meditation.
Sure. I would suggest maybe you can request the next person to share their experience. You can call out a name.
Arindam,
Uh, for me, Yogesh has termed, the world is terming that state as meditation. However, to me, that state is surrender. Uh, Surrender to the Almighty, considering that our entity is uh, subject to their kindness. Um, I fully agree with Yogesh that the surrender mindset is a timely affair. However, there is a serious amount of discipline required to achieve the kind of surrender that I am hoping to achieve. Yeah, that's meditation to me. I mean, uh, you you surrender and you give yourself to the kindness of that power, which is to me still undefined. Um, I don't want any definition, but I want feel the benevolence and uh, the kindness on me. That's it. That's it. I have no expectation. I simply surrender. I have said what I have said.
Who do you want to speak next? You can point out.
Anybody, I am not a chooser.
All right. Who's next? Raj?
Yeah, I can go, but Uma unmuted, so maybe Uma is in good position to
Okay.
speak. But she's somewhere
Can
preparing
go
for
with
it.
Uma.
She's outside. Uma, oh, sorry, Ujjwala. You were
Yes,
looking
yes.
at you unmuted yourself, right? Sorry.
Yeah. Yes, I'm okay. So let's go ahead. Hello, do you hear me?
Who is speaking?
Hello,
Yes, you're audible.
Yogesh and everyone. everyone. Do you hear me? Do you all hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Um,
Go
like
on.
there is some
Yeah.
kind of disturbance, like in listening. Um, it's not completely audible for me when others speak. So I'm just checking if I am audible.
You are audible. You can speak, Uma.
Okay, so you are audible, and that itself is breaking actually for me. So okay, I'll continue, like assuming that I'm audible. Um, for me, meditation, like I was in, as I mentioned, I'm also been associated
Uma,
with
is it
Isha,
me I'm
and I
facing the
started my
problem, or
practices.
did you come a little bit louder?
Oh, Uma was asking whether she is audible, but for me, she is audible.
Yeah, okay, audible, yes, but can she be louder?
Okay.
Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, so meditation, I have been practicing, I would say, like since 2017. Um, because that's when I learned Shunya meditation from Guru, not directly from Sadhguru, disciples of Sadhguru, in Chicago, Tennessee, where the ashram is in Appalachia, Isha in sciences. The Shia meditation requires like preparatory asanas like Kriya Yoga, which should be done for about 40 minutes in the morning. So it's so that you can practice Shunya meditation 15 minutes twice a day, one in the noontime, the second one in the after 5 years of 5 hours of gap. So my experience about this meditation is initially there was a little struggle. That's like to sit for continuous 15 minutes without any uh, disturbances of thoughts, because thoughts keep coming and then you don't have any control over it. But off late, it started reducing for me. That's my experience. But I don't say like at least that point of complete shunya. There is no thoughts and no um, because there is some guidelines in the meditation that you should not have the expectation of what you just simply sit, not doing anything, like not even like watching your thoughts or like being a witness or anything of that sort. There is nothing, absolutely nothing. You don't know the world or something. Just sit, simply sit. And slowly I'm getting there, but I don't say like what is the end goal, or because this doesn't have any goal. Meditate, you are not doing meditation. Sadhguru says like you become meditative, not you're not actively. Meditation is not an act or action that you do. It's just simply sitting. It happens. The meditativeness happens to you. So I'm getting better, but not to that extent, I would say. Actually, it should be practiced twice a day, but I'm doing only once, and sometimes two times. But once in the noontime, I do this. But other than that, I stick to my other yoga practices in the morning routine, like which takes about 2 hours, which helps calm down my what like when situation arises, like you respond you consciously, then react to it. So I observe myself at times and then stay back when certain unpleasant situation happens. That's when I just start observing myself, whether any of the practices, including meditation, is it helping me handle this kind of situation better? If I do, or is it the same? Like react to it in the same way I used to react years for. When I do that, like I just see the differences. I see myself as much more better person. The way I respond to others, especially with the tough times and tough situations. That's how I measure my practices, whether they're really working for me continue doing all this meditation.
Thank you,
I'm not
Uma.
sure,
Thank
like
you.
I was audible throughout, but yeah.
Yeah, but I think
My
we got the
suggestion
gist.
would be, uh, Uma, if you can switch off your video mode and only the audio mode, I think the
Oh, okay.
reception would be better.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was
Yeah,
a
sure.
good suggestion, Arindam.
Is it
So,
anyway better? Is it anyway better now?
yes, yes, little bit better,
It is
but no
better.
worries. I think we got what you mentioned about your experiences. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
Should I?
yes, Ujjwala, yes, please.
Yeah. Actually, it's time for me to leave this place. So I have only 10 minutes in hand, probably. So I will finish it fast. Uh, to begin with, since childhood, for us, the worshipping God was just a ritual. It was just not very interested, but still the questions were in the mind: Is there? Is God is there in this world? And when we came to the medical field, when we say that there is a heartbreak, heart fail, where there is a some why the person leaves his body. If someone dies, what exactly happens? Like in medical terminology, you says yes, his brain is not working, his heart stopped working, his organs failures are there. But what exactly happens when the person dies? These were the questions which used to come to my mind, but then it used to vanish off. But when I lost my daughter, at that time, the people used to say me, don't cry, soul will get, she will not feel good, she will feel hurted and all. Since then, the questions starts coming in mind, what exactly is the Atma? What is the soul? Is really there a soul? Why these people are asking me, don't cry, she will be in pain and all these things. And then the question start. It is to hurt in my heart so much. During that time, I came in contact with the Brahma Kumari's organization. From there, I started meditating, and somehow it helped me to come out of my thought process. And many questions were solved. Still, few questions unsolved. But that is the way you find the solution to live. What I think. One or the other way, the people says you have to find out the ways to come out of the sorrow. Time is the best healer. But I think the my husband used to say the time is the healer we know. But that time we have to decide. We have to frame that time. That time might be 10 years, that time might be 5 years, that time might be 5 days. So somehow in Brahma Kumaris, then we started, it is nothing but the soul to soul connection. And the way we meditate here is it is just a right thinking. When you know that think that your thoughts are going in wrong direction, catch it, hold it, and bring it in right direction. That is the right thinking. That is how we meditate. In the morning, we sit, we concentrate on our soul, we concentrate on our thoughts. And if our thoughts are going in some wrong direction, we catch it and bring it in right direction. And we take the energy from Supreme Soul or Almighty. That is how. And initially we concentrate on breathe, then we slow down our thoughts. That is how we do it for 10-15 minutes. That's it. But again, when the situations come, it's always up and down. It's not stable. Maybe I have to reach that level so that I can maintain that peace and that thinking level throughout the day in all the situation. That's it. I was audible. I was clear
Yes, very much.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I am sitting somewhere outside and
We could hear you. No problems. Good. Good. Thank you. Okay. Raj, you're next.
Thank you. So, Ujjwala, sorry so much to hear about the loss, okay? Yeah, I've been listening. I think when Uma spoke of Isha, I think Ujjwala, I think spoke of Brahma Kumaris, Arindam spoke of surrender, right? So various definitions of meditation, right? I've been doing window shopping on various platforms, right? I mean, for last 20, 25 odd years, I've explored Isha, I've explored Kriya Yoga, I've explored Brahma Kumaris, also, and various other set of modalities which came into. Because the quest was to find self, find something which is bigger than what we are, right? So various schools of thoughts, uh, various modalities to reach that particular state, right? So in essence, there are two parts which I have realized at this point of time is there is being and becoming, right? So that's what the two parts of it. The moment we get to a becoming state, that's where we lose momentum being, right? So I think, and then the second school of thought which is that when thoughts stop, meditation begins. Okay, so in most cases, I mean, if that school of thought is to be followed, in most cases, I think, except when we are sleeping, we are not meditating, and then in that context, we are not aware, right? The state is beautiful after we get up in the deep sleep, but I think rest of the time. So far, what I would my experience has been living the reality, right? And that's what basically the idea is: living in the reality, whichever state it is, right? Um, uh, Trying to be fully, I mean, trying is a bad word because yeah, trying basically means, yeah, I mean, the door is closed. I'm trying to open means I'm not opening. Okay, so that sort of set activity, right? But surrender, it happens, it doesn't happen. I mean, living in the reality fully, right? Whatever state it is, it might be a state where you like, it might be relaxed state, it might be a concerning state, it might be adjusting state, it might be an angry state. These are all the states, and these are reality at a point in time. Okay, and then that particular point in time state changes the next moment, right? The reality keeps changing, right? So being in that particular reality, right? Being aware of it. I do not know what consciousness is, but being aware of that particular part of it, right? And life will flow through. In the sense, I think not my experience is not all my doings, right, are my doings. I mean, when I started this conversation, I was looking at speaking in some certain way, in certain flow. But by the time I'm speaking now, the direction, the flow, the content, everything is different, right? Being in that particular space, okay, it will change. I do not know what the next sentence would come through, right? Being comfortable, being aware of that, I think that's what the best meditation is. Because in spite, I mean, I've not gone to that particular stage where people see they realize and stuff like that, but at least when they go to that particular stage also, right, it's the same thing. You fetch water and chop woods, right? Whichever state you are, pre-meditation, post-meditation, pre-enlightenment, post-enlightenment, right? So I think being in the reality is what meditation is.
So you are doing a lot of window shopping. Did you like anything in particular?
Everything was good. It was the need at that particular point of time. So
Hmm.
no, yeah, it was the need that it fulfilled me. So I mean, you're asking a question, right? Or what kind of which kind of food fetch my hunger, right? At that particular point of time, the food which was in front of me, right, was the meal for that particular day. So if you are saying, yeah, do I like anything in particular? No, I mean, when I'm hungry, what is in front of me is what the food I have. So yeah, no particular preference. It was good at that particular point of time.
So for me, No, I just finally decided this is my way, this is my path. So
Sorry,
I
Yogesh,
uh,
with a kind
consciously, like every
permission,
day,
can
I
I
stick to my
ask Raj
practices
a
and
few
meditation.
questions?
So it's no more shopping, but self-exploration using the pathway that I found. Um, so that's helping me also.
Sorry to interject. Yogesh, with a kind permission, can I ask Raj certain questions?
You're muted, Yogesh. Uh, but I'm okay if you have a question, and if
Yeah,
the scheduled
please,
time
please.
permits,
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
absolutely.
Yogesh, shall I go ahead?
Yeah, please.
Okay, Raj, I mean, curiosity. Uh, as I don't know anything, so I need to understand. You mentioned Kriya Yoga, you mentioned food, and you mentioned um, some direction in life, right? Now, not in a particular order. Can you kindly explain to me what to understand by Kriya Yoga, food, and the direction? I mean, simple. I mean, not in a particular order.
Yogesh, you are muted. I could not hear
Will
you.
that be a very long topic then?
That depends upon Raj. I mean, how he explains it.
So my intention for this session was not about trying to understand different types of meditation per se, because there are so many available. Maybe 101 type of meditations are available, right? So the main focus of today's discussion was meditation in daily life. The idea being, in the morning or in the evening, you do your 10 minutes or 15 minutes meditation, you calm your mind, and your um, wish is that throughout the day, you want to carry that calm state of mind with you in your work. It doesn't happen, right? After some time, it just goes into thinking, and you get caught up in your daily work. And then by evening, you feel what happened to your morning meditation. So you again spend 15 minutes or 10 minutes, whatever, if you can. Otherwise, you become discouraged after some time that my meditation practice is not giving me any results. This is what happens with beginners, or even sometimes with people who have practiced for years. Yes, Arinder.
Uh, no, I mean, uh, you've explained to the best of your knowledge. Uh, however, meditation is something to me, I mean, is boundless. Therefore, attributing time limit to it is oxymoronish. I mean, you are attributing time to a timelessness. So, I mean, that is my only objection. I mean, uh, meditation can happen for 10 hours or 10 minutes or 10 seconds. Depends on the state of mind as you stated in the first place. Uh, so I would like to treat it as a timelessness where we are traveling, where we are doing our journey. Now, somebody can travel for 10 hours, somebody for 10 minutes, somebody for 10 seconds. Depends upon his state or her state of mind. Um, so that's it. That's it.
Why don't we, now that we are all here and interested in this topic of meditation, give 5 minutes to a meditative state? Let's meditate for 5 minutes. And after that, we can share some experiences. So, uh, you follow whatever practice you are familiar with. Ujjwala, you are in a car, and if you are driving, don't meditate. You can listen in. But for others who are sitting comfortably, you can start your meditation. Follow any practice that you are comfortable with. 5 minutes. Okay, I will keep the time, and you can close your eyes and start. If 5 minutes are over, if you wish to stop, you can. Okay, so how was the experience? Anybody can share. Who wants to start?
Nothing much to share. There was some noises in between, so could not reach to the level.
Mm.
I can share. This is Uma here. So yeah, I practiced Isha Kriya because the Shunya meditation requires 15 minutes time. So within 5 minutes, I started practicing this. This this actually helped me calm down initially when before I started doing actual regular
Uma,
yoga
louder,
practices.
please.
Sorry. I practiced Isha Kriya, which is using your breath and your thoughts, bringing them both of them together. This is a technique which really helped me to come out of my sleeping issues in the very beginning in 2014. Uh, within after started practicing this within like I would say like 3 to 4 weeks time, I completely got out of this problem, which I thought initially was threatening. It's actually a life-threatening problem. So, uh, because of some life situation, my brother's health issue, I just screwed up my mind thinking about it continuously for 3 days without sleep. So I ended up losing my sleep for weeks together, which became a real threat to my life. So that's when I founded this Isha Kriya, which is an online free online practice learned in the YouTube. Um, I just practice twice a day.
I think there is some connection issue at Puma's home.
Some
Process
issue.
and
Some issue. I think we lost Uma.
oh really?
Her voice is intermittent.
Oh, okay. So this 5 minutes of practice reminded me of that. Even though I don't do these practices every day, but it immediately calms down my mind because every inhaling you create a thought like I'm not the body. Every exhalation we do, we just say I'm not my mind. So continuously do this for minimum 7 minutes or maximum how many ever minutes you want. Really works. It does wonders, I would say. Like anyone practicing this, uh, even the beginners, they will see a real change in them. It's really helping. Especially uh, sleeping issue was mine, but even without any issues, people do these practices. They see a lot of changes positively. I hope I was audible, but I'm like speaking louder only. I'm not sure like what is the issue.
No, I think it's only Arindam's side. I am able to hear.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
How about you next, Arindam? How was this five
Oh,
minutes experience?
I don't know what to say. It's probably I didn't have that state of mind as discussed earlier. However, no, however, nothing to say. Sorry.
Okay. Raj? Go
Sorry, I
on,
forgot
Raj.
my unmute button. I could not find. I was on a window. It was good. A few minutes. Uh, it was reflective. I could see what was going on in my mind very clearly. So
Hmm. Okay. Ujjwala, are you there or where are you?
Yeah, I am driving. I was there, still driving.
Okay. 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 Fair enough.
I am just listening to you. What is going on there?
Carry on. Carry
We'll
on.
be reaching home in 5 minutes, another 5 minutes.
You can actually meditate in any
Any,
activity.
a- any activity, right?
You
It's not
can
just 5 minutes
meditate
job. It's a
with,
continuous state of right way of thinking for us. That's it.
yeah. So what is that continuous state that you
Because
can
there is
carry?
no zero. There is no zero state of thoughts. You can't reach a zero thought level. The only thing you can slow down your thought speed, and that you can control by your breathing speed also. So once your speeds of thoughts goes on running here and there, watch your breathe. As you slow down your breath, the speed of your thoughts also slow down. And when you are having some negative thoughts, at that time only the speed is much. But when you are thinking positive, the speed is very slow. So yes, keep watch on your thoughts. That's
Ah,
it.
yeah, that reminds me.
Because
Yogesh,
even while driving, even while eating, you are continuously thinking. Maybe necessary thoughts, maybe positive thoughts, maybe useless thoughts. So being in presence, not being in future and past. That's it.
Okay, that triggered something for Arindam.
no, Yogesh,
So
I have
absolutely.
certain questions too for Ujjwala. Can I ask them?
Yeah, sure.
Mm.
Uh, Ma'am, you have been saying while you meditate,
Yeah.
your thought goes haywire.
Right.
You catch them and you bring them. Uh,
Yeah.
Meditation is
You
basically
know,
of
see,
controlling your thought. No,
yeah.
no, let me finish. Let me finish. Now, my question is very simple. Acha, one more thing you mentioned. Something is right and something is wrong. I mean, you've been speaking. Now, my simple questions A, question A is how you catch your thought. Okay, that is number question A. Question B is how do you determine between two things that this is right or this is wrong? Simple. That's it.
See, we all are intelligent enough that we can see what is right and what is wrong. Like, yes, something bad is going to happen to us. Why this is happening to me? These are the useless thoughts. These are so you know that we are intelligent enough that we know we are going on wrong track. So you catch yourself. Catch yourself means just know this thing will not happen. You just think what you want to be, so that the universe will catch it. And your second question, can you repeat? What is right and what is wrong? That is your
Yeah.
intellectual is going to decide. No, you know what is right and wrong. Still, we are intelligent enough to decide what is right and what is wrong. But still, though we know that this is wrong, our mind goes on there. You have to bring mind back to your thoughts.
Okay, I have
Okay.
one
I
question.
mean,
Like
I have one
we are going in
question.
fast in past. Yeah.
I have one question for everyone. When you observe your thoughts, what do you observe? Do you observe them in one line or like one thought at a time? Or are there multiple thoughts in parallel or some other configuration? How do thoughts appear in your mind?
if some situation is there, we continuously keep on thinking of situation. The situation is never, then we don't think much about it. But only when the situation is not favorable, the multiple negative thoughts comes. That might be a false. Like we think of uh, things which may happen, not necessarily which are going which are there at present, but we are scared of, or we are in fear that this might happen, that might happen, then what will be.
Yeah. Ujjwala, that's the nature. You are talking about the nature of your thoughts, the content of your thoughts. I'm asking, how do thoughts appear in your mind? They come one at a time, or in parallel, in one line, or like three, four lines together, or some jumble. How do you observe?
3 4 lines, not single line,
Three, four
of course.
lines.
Sometimes
Okay.
jumble also, sometimes jumble also.
Let me check with others whether
So
they
not
have a similar mind or they have a different kind of
Same,
mind.
same for me.
Same for you means
Multiple thoughts like parallelly.
multiple thoughts in parallel. Okay. Let me check with Uma. Uma, you're on mute.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, for me, like I
you
don't
want to share,
think I get
Raj?
multiple thoughts at the same time, but I get
Want to share?
thoughts and the chain of thoughts, I would say, like related one after the other. I don't think I get multiple thoughts at one time, all in one time. So no.
Mm. So Uma has a chain of thoughts, one after
As
the other, one
as
after
much
the
as
other,
I,
one.
yeah,
Mm.
somehow they are linked, but one triggers the other. That's how I observed my thoughts. But yeah, no, I don't think I have used to get all at once, like multiple thoughts at the same time.
Fair enough. What about you, Raj?
Sequence of thoughts, sometimes related, sometimes randoms, space between the thoughts. So yeah, it's basically sequence of thoughts, related, unrelated, punches with a lot of spaces in between.
Mhm. Arindam, any observation from your side?
Hmm. So I have observed that three things I have observed. First, and this I'm very sure of, that I cannot define what is thought. That I'm very sure.
Okay.
But number two, when something comes to my mind, it does come in a single streak, but it is chainish. I mean, one thing leads to another,
Mm.
the other thing leads to another, chainish. So yeah, these three things. Yeah, that is the quick observation.
Mm. Yeah. For me also, it is a chain of thoughts, and thought is very easy to define. Thought is nothing but words. Some words are appearing in our consciousness, in our mind, and we are noticing them. It's like listening to a sound. Somebody is speaking, it's like an inner voice. That is a thought. And one thought leads to the next. They may not be related, but one after the other, after the other. And sometimes the speed is so much that we feel that there are multiple thoughts in parallel. But if you really, really observe carefully, and I would challenge Devang and Ujjwala also to again observe and notice, you cannot have multiple thoughts in parallel. They may run very fast, but it's a sequence. It's just one thought following the next, and maybe they
Yes,
are on four different subjects. That is why you may be saying that there are four thoughts in parallel, And of course, the sequence is different, but you know, it's in series, it's not in parallel. If you want, you
Good.
can observe again, close your eyes and you can observe what's happening.
We'll practice,
Mm,
sure.
no, no, apt. Uh, yeah, I will work on this.
So, meditation is, you know, one of the things that we all want. And I've heard all of you say that we need to achieve a state of no thoughts or the shunya state where there are no thoughts. So, why wait till you reach there? The job is not to reach a state of no thoughts. The job is of meditation is to observe whatever is the nature of the flow of thoughts. If it is very fast, observe it. If it is random, observe it. If it is slow, observe the slow speed of thoughts. If there are no thoughts, observe that also. So the meditation is about observing, not about reaching less thoughts or no thoughts. That may happen today, that may happen tomorrow, or some other time. But so long as we are only observing, it will happen. If we get caught in those thoughts, then we lose the observation. Then one thought leads to another, and we get caught and start pushing those thoughts into some direction. So if we observe, then there is a distance between the thought and the observation. Eventually, the thoughts, number of thoughts, speed of thoughts, it will reduce and you will feel calm. That is my experience, but you can also share. What is your feedback on it?
So,
Devang, you were
according to
saying.
you, like it's a misconception about meditation. Our expectation is that meditation means a state where we don't have any thoughts. But ideally, meditation is just to observe what is going on, right? Okay.
Yes. In which case, if you are able to strengthen your observation, then you can observe any activity that you are doing.
Mm-hmm.
If you're sitting, you're driving, you're eating, you're cooking, you're programming, and if you're observing, then you're meditating at the same time.
Okay.
Then throughout the day, you can carry that sense of observation,
Mm-hmm.
right? Then it will not disturb you and you will not feel so troubled or so uh, lost, because meditation uh, helps you come back to your center, and that center is the observing center. So you're observing. So long as you're observing, you feel centered,
Mm-hmm.
right? And when your thoughts just go off randomly, then you feel lost where you are. So develop the practice or develop the strength of observation.
Okay.
That's the main thing. Yeah, Raj.
Yeah, very nicely explained, Yogesh, and I think good summary, Devang, right? And that is what I was referring to when I was saying that being, right? Um, whatever is coming through, just be in that particular context, be aware of it, right? And the moment we start becoming, in the sense, no, do not want this, I want this, or I want that, or this is my expectation from this, right? And that's where uh, I have noticed, okay, where the friction starts. That's where the turbulence starts, right? Knowing that itself is a good relief, in the sense. Suddenly, when hey, I'm getting angry, or when you're doing something, the moment you are reflecting back, right, in that particular, if you are in the being state, then you hold back. You basically get oh, this is what is happening. Should I continue or not? That pause basically certainly helps. So nicely explained, Yogesh and Devang summarizing it.
Yeah. So if just to add to that point, that if I start my meditation with an expectation that I need to achieve a no thought stage, which means
Uh,
when I am meditating, I will check, have I reached? I will again check,
Yogesh,
have I
I
reached?
hate to interject like this. However, as you know, this time I have to attend to my mother. I hate to leave. Um, Sorry. I mean, you guys continue. I mean, if you're
Yes.
recording, just share the recording. I will listen.
Sure, sure, Arindam. Thank you. And no worries,
It
you can
was
always
nice
interrupt.
exchange, and it was nice learning so many things from so many people. Right?
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was saying that if we start with the thought that I want to attain something, then I will keep checking. Have I achieved that state? Are my thoughts reducing? And the moment I start thinking that, my thoughts start increasing because I realize it hasn't happened. Similarly, as even Ujjwala said, I'm intelligent enough to know whether the thought is good or bad or whatever it is. But the moment I check, it is adding another thought. Is it good? Oh, it's not good. Then I must stop it. I must change it. This is all starting a new chain of thoughts. You are pushing more thoughts into your mind. So you will never achieve your state of no thoughts. The ideal way to start meditation is to have no expectations, is to just sit. In fact, you can do it anywhere, even if while you are driving a car. You just have to realize, okay, now I will observe whatever it is that is going through my mind, whatever thoughts. And if you just observe, that is meditation. You are already meditating. So no, nothing complex. But idea is to develop the habit of observing. Yeah, Ujjwala, does it make sense? Were you able to catch?
Yeah, I'm there, but I don't know. There is some issue with my phone. I can't hear properly. The audio was very low,
No problem.
but
So
I
you can
got it.
watch
Yeah.
Even I
the
can't hear.
recording. Uma,
No, I
any
think there is some issue in my phone. Suddenly, when I
okay,
came
okay,
out of
okay.
the car, it's very low.
Yeah. For a
Yeah,
brief time,
must.
like we lost you, Yogesh. I think.
No,
Oh,
but
you
the point we
lost.
got that we are continuously observing our thoughts. That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
The
Yeah,
nutshell,
that was
yeah.
the point.
Yeah.
So I was just saying that if you're observing, then the thoughts settle down on their own.
Yeah.
Instead of checking whether it is happening or not, whether evaluating whether it's a good thought or a bad thought.
Yeah. In
If we
Brahma
do all
Kumaris,
of
we call
this,
this state as a Sakshi state.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Just be an
so
observer.
that itself is meditation, and that you can do anytime, anywhere, throughout the day. Of course,
Yeah.
you need to remember to do it. So the bigger challenge is that we forget.
Yeah. Just be alert.
Yeah. But meditation is important, no doubt about it. And by meditation, I mean observing. So observing is important. Don't call it meditation. Don't call it, give it any name, kriya, or anything. But if you're observing, that's good enough. It takes care of so many things. Right? So did you get something for your practice?
Yes, just to observe.
Yeah, yeah. But you check it out. This is just my suggestion, but you need to check it out and then later on share your experience, whether it works for you, doesn't work for you, what is your experience out of it. Because we have to experiment. The inner
Yes.
world, inner game, our mind, we learn only through our own experience. We have to not take anyone else's suggestion. Take it, but practice and check it out for yourself.
Yep.
Okay. Hmm. How was the session then, overall?
Yeah, good.
Good.
Right.
Yeah, it's really good. So different perspectives from different people. It's good to
Yeah.
hear.
It's always good to learn from
Like-minded
everyone.
people sitting together.
Yeah.
It was good.
Good. Then we will continue to meet. I will keep announcing sessions. If you feel or if you have a request, okay, why don't we have a session on this topic or so? Maybe we can someday. If you have any confusion, if you don't have clarity about a particular topic or something, just let me know. We can have a session around that, and more people will attend. Everybody can share their views, their experiences. We can all learn.
Certainly, yes, Yogesh.
Sure.
Okay, then can we switch on the camera for 1 minute? I can just take a screenshot and then we can close. All right. I think everyone is laughing. Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Yogesh. Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye now.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye. Bye.